All right, welcome back. Now, our top 5 at 7. Let's go to national news. We have Shettima to declare open policy dialogue on job creation. Meanwhile, the Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, Senator Ibrahim Hassan Hadija, says following the flag off of the NJFP 2.0 on Wednesday, the Vice President will also declare open the high-level policy dialogue on job creation themed from skills to jobs and enterprises, driving youth employment and entrepreneurship in key economic sectors. Speaking during a press conference at the Presidential Villa Abuja on Monday, ahead of the event scheduled to take place at the Old Banquet Hall of the Presidential Villa, Senator Hadija said that the dialogue will bring together federal and state policymakers, private sector leaders, and development partners to discuss actionable strategies for expanding employment, supporting enterprise growth, and aligning youth skills with national priorities.
Also, we have, this is the news that was top news yesterday. That is police arrest Nnamdi Kanu's brother, lawyers and others. Operatives of the Nigerian Police Force arrested Emmanuel Kanu, that is the younger brother of the 10th leader of proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, and his lawyer, Aloy Ejimako, during the #Free Nnamdi Kanu Now protest in Abuja on Monday. Human rights activist and the convener of the protest, Omoyele Sowore, revealed this in a post on his X handle, alleging that the police used live ammunition and force against protesters demanding Kanu's release.
All right, moving on to Labour. NLC gives federal government 4 weeks to resolve ASUU crisis. The Nigerian Labour Congress has resolved to issue a 4-week ultimatum to the federal government should it fail to conclude negotiations with all tertiary institutions-based unions. The NLC also condemned the no work, no pay policy introduced by the government as a form of sanction to members of the Academic Staff Union and universities for daring to embark on a nationwide strike. The president of the NLC, Joe Ajero, made this known in an ongoing interactive session with Labour correspondent in Abuja.
And now to party politics. We have PDP dismisses forgery allegation by National Secretary. The People Democratic Party, PDP, has denied allegations of document forgery levied against it by the party's National Secretary, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, insisting that all actions relating to the forthcoming National Convention were conducted in line with the party's constitution and with full transparency. Addressing journalists in Abuja, the PDP National Publicity Secretary, Debo Olukwagba, described the forgery claims as false and misleading. He said all decisions surrounding the planned National Convention were taken during the 101st meeting of the National Executive Committee held on July 24, 2025.
And moving on to international news, we have Israel receives body Hamas says is Gaza hostage. Hamas has handed over a body that it says is a hostage. The Israeli ministry has said the body was transported by the Red Cross relief forces in Gaza and will now return to Israel for formal identification. Before Monday, Hamas had handed over all 20 living hostages and 12 out of 28 diseased hostages under the first phase of a U.S. brokered ceasefire deal that began on 10th of October. There has been anger in Israel that Hamas has not yet returned all the diseased hostages, with the Israel military saying the Palestinian armed group is required to uphold the agreement and take the necessary steps to return all the hostages.
And still news around the world, Zelensky ready to join Trump-Putin talks after White House meeting. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said he would be ready to join Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin at a proposed summit in Hungary if he were invited. The US and the Russian presidents announced on Thursday that they plan to hold talks on the war in Ukraine in Budapest, possibly in the coming weeks. In comments released on Monday, Zelensky told reporters, if it is an invitation in a format where we meet at 3 or as it's called shuttle diplomacy, then in one format or another, we will agree. And that is all we have for you today on the top 5 at 7.
Well,